And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more.
All the way up, come from the bottom, now I'm blowing up. I need the energy all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. I need the energy all the way up, come from the bottom, now I'm blowing up.
Oh, look at that, that is spectacular.
That's amazing.
I need the energy all the way up.
Oh my goodness.
No, he didn't. Gentlemen, that's gorgeous.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. In this game, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Atlanta Hawks at State Farm Arena. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you so much, Kevin. The Hawks have accumulated a depth of talent. Trae Young says we've got a lot of weapons. I'm like a kid in a candy store. I get to play with all these guys that have different talents, and it opens things up for me, so I'm just having fun. Back to you guys.
Well, he plays like he's having fun. David, thanks. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Thursday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Saturday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Bey and Grant are the forwards. He's out there with Cunningham. And it's Olynyk in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Atlanta, Young and Bogdanovich, they have the guard duties. And in at the forward positions, Hunter and Collins. And it's Capella in at the 5. And here we are, opening night. Brent, do you have some special memories from an opening night you played in?
Man, I'm fired up, Kevin. Opening night. I hope you're excited. I know you are. I remember back in 1995, those many years ago, we had played against the Phoenix Suns, and they at the time had a player that said something during a free throw when the arena was completely quiet. Clippers against Suns. I can't repeat it in this broadcast, but at the commercial break, Kevin, I'll share it with you. But thank you for reminding me of it.
Hunter, it's good. Hunter's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Hawks.
Awesome concentration there. When Hunter's committed to scoring, he's hard to stop.
Cunningham inside, defended by Young. Cunningham's shot is off. And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. Screen by Capella. From 11 feet away. Count it, good.
And Trae just doing a great job being resourceful that time, finding an open space and knocking down a mid-range.
In his first game after starting in the 2020 All-Star Game, Trae Young had an incredible night, dropping 50 points against the Miami Heat.
And Young became the 4th youngest NBA player to get to 50. Only Devin Booker, LeBron, and Brandon Jennings got to 50 in a game at a younger age. Perhaps the most impressive part of Trae's performance, he did it against Coach Eric Spoelstra's Miami Heat, one of the top defensive teams in the league.
Now, here's Grant. There's the pass to Cunningham. Puts one up from 19. No good from Grant.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Grant against Collins. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Rebound, Detroit.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Hayes. Feeds it to Olynyk. And he converts the layup.
Well, Olynyk's a big guy. He's not going to slow down. And right there, playing physical.
Pass to Bogdanovich. For 3. They grab their own miss. And the dunk by Capella.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Now, here's Cunningham. Grant gets a wide-open look. Off target from outside. The Hawks leading by 4. Inside, here's Hunter. Collins trying to break free. Hunter no good. Grant with the ball. Cunningham looking it over. Back to Grant. 6 to shoot. Screen by Grant. Hayes with it. He's picked up by Collins. And yes, it's good.
That's as sweet as you're going to get it. Fluid motion, great lift, rolls right off the fingertips.
Young pass to Hunter. Outside Collins. Now here's Bogdanovich, covered by Hayes. The Hawks working the ball around. Releases. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got his second bucket of the night.
I like it when Capella looks to score like this, especially when he's got that kind of positioning.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. Looking back at the 2017-18 season, Clint Capella, Brent, shot an eye-popping 65% from the field. That led the NBA.
Well, a third of his baskets were dunks during that season, so I would expect the percentage to actually, Kevin, be pretty high. And a lot of those were at the hands of James Harden at the time playing in Houston, who won the MVP that year. But he has the ability to roll and to finish. He has shown soft hands, and he plays defensively. So he's a great big you can put out to complement both sides of the floor.
Here's Bay after Clint Capella's bucket. Bay finds Diallo. And that one is good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Pass to Okongwu. Gallinari outside. Passes it to Herter. And here is Wright. Driving the lane. Here's Reddish. And there it is for him.
Reddish pinballing, fighting his way through the defense, and then finding the way to score.
The pass to Bay. 1:04 left to play in the first quarter. The shot misses, and Atlanta will go the other way with it. And it's their first look at this year's Pistons here for the first game of the NBA's 82-game regular season.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Well, they were obviously the superior team a year ago, but a lot can change from one season to the next in the NBA. Let's see how this game plays out before we make any rush to judgment as to how they'll fare against each other this year.
Here's Wright, following the bucket by the Pistons. Reddish the pass to Gallinari. Wright outside. Gallinari, a screen on Lee. Out to Gallinari. Launches it. Rebound by the Pistons. Bay passes to Jackson. Here's Stewart. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
From deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Hawks lead by 2. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
Fans, your Atlanta Hawks dancer.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Trailing by 2. And in at the forward positions, Hunter and Collins. Young and Bogdanovich, they have the guard duties. And it's Capella in at the 5. So that's the Hawks 5. So it's the Hawks now, following the bucket by the Pistons. And here's Young from the arc, trains the three-pointer. Young's got 5 points so far.
Trae Young has been inspired by the generation before him. Deep threes, that's his thing.
Pass to Diallo. Pass to Cunningham. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer. That one's not going to go. Atlanta leading by 3. Passes it to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Trae Young continuing to read and scan the floor, and that time finds an open teammate.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Now, here's Cunningham. Not a lot of room. And good that time. Cunningham's got his first points in this one.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Capella with a screen on Joseph. Young outside. Detroit with the rebound.
Well, he's been a stretch big his entire career as Kelly Olynyk becomes a weapon as a 5-man out on the perimeter.
Cunningham with it. He's against Young. Cunningham gets the bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And Olynyk came into the NBA as a shooter, and he has been as advertised.
Well, he also, Kevin, does a great job of using the shot to set up other action. So he'll pump fake with the long draw guys out, put the ball on the floor, and make the next play. And that's where he becomes extremely dangerous.
Just 2 to shoot. Young drives in. Got a hand on it. Joseph has an open look. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. The Hawks leading. Young looking around. Collins a screen on Joseph. Here's Young. And they pick up 2. Young's got 7 points.
And even against a defense that tries to push up, Trae Young will continue to be aggressive like that.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge. Thank
you, Kevin. Well, Saddiq Bey was the 19th pick in 2020 out of Villanova, and he made an immediate impact for the Pistons. Dwayne Casey said he's a coach's dream, adding he's made himself into one of the top three-point shooters of his class, a defender, and he's just scratching the surface. Guys, not bad for a rebuilding team.
You're right, they got a good one. Thanks. Now, here's Bogdanovich, following the miss by Cade Cunningham.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
The pass to Olynyk. There's the dish to Cunningham. Kicks it out to Grant. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul.
That one on Collins.
Talk to most of the coaching staffs around the league. What is the first thing they think about with Jeremy Grant? And it's that athleticism that comes to mind.
The free throw drops for Grant. And Brent, we're seeing a lot of new officials joining the NBA ranks. Any changes you see resulting from that?
Well, I think this is a time for coaching staffs and teams to be a little bit more patient with the officials than they have been in the past, as they're trying to understand the rhythm and flow of not just the game and the way it needs to be called, but the communication between the players and the coaches, and how you try to work towards still having a great product on the floor and not having the refs impact the game in ways that get talked about that they don't want to be spoken about. At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Out left to the wing. Pass to Williams. Back to Herter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Lets it go with a three. No good that time. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Now here's Bay. Defense is right there. Pass to Grant. Now Lee. Floats it up for Grant. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Now, here is Gallinari. On the wing, Williams. Here's Herter, covered by Hayes. Herter passes to Reddish. Here's Gallinari. Kept alive. Looking at the last game for the Atlanta Hawks, it was a loss to the Heat. It's stolen by Reddish. And here's the fast break. Gallinari leading the way. Dishes it to Williams. Atlanta again missing. Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Lee. Kicks it out to Grant. No good on the triple. The Hawks have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Right, he's checked in for the Hawks. Detroit also making some changes. Josh Jackson's checked in for Grant, and it's Jackson in for Lee. The Pistons have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Now here's Bay. D right on him. Over Reddish. The shot's good from Bay.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Right, looking around. Trying to end the drought, and it's blocked.
Out of bounds.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
A three off the inbound. Oh, to beat the clock. God, what a play!
That is fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Oh, man, that's got to be frustrating for the defense, too. You just give up momentum like that at the end of the quarter.
So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Coach, it's early in the season, so what can you say about how things are going chemistry-wise so far?
I love our guys. We have a
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for this.
Welcome. Yeah, man, this is what we were hoping for. The two alpha dogs are squaring off. And when the team leaders...
And now, looking at the Atlanta Hawks, a pretty even matchup through this first half.
They need...
And that about does it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Underneath in the post, it's Grant and Olynyk. Cunningham is out there with Hayes. And it's Bay in at the three. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Trae Young. He's coming off an excellent season. Last season, he chipped in about 25 per, 9 assists and 4 rebounds. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
Well, he attracts serious attention from the defense, and that really does open up the backside for a lot of his teammates to take full advantage.
A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
Great shooting off the pass. Get the feet set, good balance. Bogdanovic dangerous.
Pass to Cunningham. Over Bogdanovic, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
Kicks to Young. No good from outside.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Grant, one of those big guys that gets up off the ground like a guard. Love to see him throw it down.
What I really love about Jeremy Grant is his work ethic. He's really put in time to improve his scoring.
Specifically, his jump shot. For a while, he didn't have the consistent 3-ball. Now, you got to at least honor it.
Now, here is Young. 7 points in the game. No good on the shot. The Pistons trailing. Now the pass to Hayes. Grant outside. Fades away. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Clint Capella, coming off a terrific season. First in rebounding, 4th in blocks, and he was such a reliable option offensively, finishing in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
And getting back to the fact that he led the league in rebounding, you know how hard that is? What a tremendous asset to the team. Here's Young. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Young's got 9.
Well, Trae Young can flat out score.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Grant against Hunter. Grant kicks to Cunningham. Grant sets a screen for Cunningham. Takes it off the glass. 6 points for him.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And Young, here we go. Here's Capella. In the corner, it's Hunter. Pass to Young. Over Cunningham. Another miss by Young.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Cunningham passes to Bay. Grant with a screen on Bogdanovic. Here's Bay. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And so it's Bogdanovic who brings up the ball for Atlanta. Just 4 points, that's all they've given up here in the second half. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Despite their record, there is optimism around the Detroit Pistons. Killian Hayes said, "We have a fun team. We love seeing each other succeed. We've got a bright future." And Coach Dwayne Casey says, if we bring this same type of intensity, toughness each and every night, then good things will happen. Kevin, back to you.
Detroit tough. Good stuff, DA. Thanks.
ETL Hawks Dancers. And your Atlanta Hawks dancer.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And a different look here for the Pistons. Stewart checked in for Jeremy Grant. Jackson comes in for Sadiq Bey. Frank Jackson, he's checked in for Hayes. And Lee's subbed in for Cunningham. And here's Stewart. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Olynyk dishes to Jackson. He kicks it to Lee. 6 on the shot clock.
Remaining in the third, 2 minutes.
They get it back. Olynyk. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Yeah, Olynyk on the inside, just staying active and hitting the glass hard.
Molinari passes to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Now here's Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside Jackson. Olynyk sets a screen for Jackson. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
Pistons ball.
Hawks making a switch here. Collins is checked in.
Collins.
.116 left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 2. No good from Lee.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Collins, a screen on Lee. His first shot coming late. Shot by Collins, no good.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Pass to Olynyk. And Wright pulls it down.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Here's Jackson following the bucket by the Hawks. Olynyk sets a screen for Jackson. From past the arc. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Yeah, every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And finished off by Collins.
That connection with Collins, that's an impressive play and very, very high percentage.
Jackson from long range. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Collins and Capella make up the inside pair. Young and Bogdanovich, they have the guard duty. And it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
That's his first personal
Trae Young,
foul.
not a guy, especially as a scorer, that you want to put at the free throw line for free points and confidence.
For your Hawks.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Atlanta.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
The other thing they've done is had penetrating passes inside, in the interior, plenty of points in the paint.
And he makes the first.
Man, that draft day trade is going to be talked about for the entirety of his career, as Trae Young linked to Luka Doncic in that big trade, but both teams really benefited from it.
And so Young nails them both. Pistons trail by 9. Cunningham kicks to Grant. He dishes it to Cunningham. Back to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Now, here's Collins. The dish to Bogdanovich. The shot, no good.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Now, here's Cunningham, defended by Young. Now, here's Cunningham. From deep three-point range, Hunter grabs the miss.
And you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
Now Young, following the three-point attempt by Cade Cunningham, and they're able to recover. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now, here's Cunningham. Floats it up for Grant. Banked in off the glass. Grant's got 4 points this quarter.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him, allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
Here's Young. Passes to Bogdanovich. Here's Collins. Kicks to Capella. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Hunter on the wing. He's covered by Grant. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Hayes, he's checked in for Detroit. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. 8-point game. Here's Cunningham. Good work defensively by Capella. The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Young outside. Capella with a screen on Stewart. To the paint. And finished off by Collins.
Just has a nose for the dunks. Collins up there once again.
With the assist.
Grant with a screen on Young. Takes it inside. Here's Stewart. And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth.
Pistons ball.
Here is Cunningham over Young. Count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Cunningham. The Hawks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Collins up top. He's covered by Grant. Collins passes to Bogdanovich. Over Hayes. And Atlanta again with the bucket.
Playing in between right now and changing speeds. Bogdanovich spotting some nice scoring opportunities.
And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul.
DeAndre Hunter.
That's his first foul. Gallinari, he's checked in for Collins. And a switcher also for Detroit. Olynyk, he's checked in for Isaiah Stewart. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Grant against Gallinari. Fires from 14, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Young outside. Shoots from 14, and again it's Atlanta.
Well, this guy keeps learning from each and every coverage on the pick and roll. Trae Young getting some serious chops playing out of that set.
Now here's Cunningham. Here's Grant. Gallinari with the rebound. Young with the ball. Now defended by Grant. Capella with a screen on Grant. Young drives in. Capella kicks to Hunter. Outside Bogdanovich. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Capella, if we watched him again there, he would be reading where that ball is going, and he positions himself before the ball even comes off.
All right, look who's coming under the board. Come on, get loud for your ATL Hawks dancers. Hands your Atlanta Hawks dancer.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game, Clint Capella.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play, and this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. .127 left here in the fourth quarter. Grant goes in. Yes, that goes in.
Jeremy Grant.
Grant's got 6 here in this quarter.
Grant's always looking for those seams, so when he finds one, he'll rip right into it, like his aggressiveness there.
Young passes to Gallinari. Young outside. To the middle. Here's Capella. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Hawks.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Clint Capella.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
Hayes. Good work defensively by Capella.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Bay pulls it in. Now the Pistons with it. Down by 15. And there's the pass to Cunningham. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Capella with a screen on Bay. Count that one.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Here's Hayes. Olynyk, a screen on Bogdanovich. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you very much, guys. Trey, what does a win like this mean in terms of where this team is heading?
I think we're headed in the right direction. I'm super excited about the future here in Atlanta, the future in this team, and I mean, we're heading in the right direction.
Certainly looks like it, man. Thanks very much. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. See you next time.
deep and hit him with finesse.